It is Wednesday, my dudes. Ah! Alright, hey guys, it's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another live stream. We did one yesterday, and we figured, fuck it, we'll do another one today. So, yeah, today, if you guys have been paying attention to our streams, we've been doing quite a bit of stop-motion animation the last few days. And today, it's been mostly consisting for our Power Rangers review. So today, we're up to the big guy. We are here with the mighty MEGAZORD. I remember the toy commercial where it was like, you know, the MEGAZORD is part of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Ultimate Battle System. This was my shit growing up. I love this thing. One of the coolest toys I have in my possession. But anyway, so what's been happening this week? Well, last week was a little bit of a dud. We were really tired. We were really exhausted. A lot of stuff was happening. Friday, what did I put out? I think Friday or something, I did put out a video. I can't remember what exactly it was, but here's what's been happening this week. Essentially, we had a couple of videos come out this week. We had some animation live streams in the last few times. And Monday, we put out a tribute video to both Renee and Will Shepard, who were in the 1976 Kong, respectively. And if you guys want to see my 30-minute tribute to that, go check that out on my channel. But yeah, so lately we've just been really focused on finishing these special effects for the Power Rangers video, which involves here the mighty MEGAZORD. 1976 coming to Pluto TV. Sweet! Enjoy the viewing, enjoy screening. I always enjoy when some of my favorite films are on television. Ugh, excuse me. So, what is happening for the rest of the week? Well, obviously we're doing a live stream tonight, and we're going to be answering a few more of your questions. I've never heard of Pluto TV. But we're also going to be essentially just doing animation today. And just if you guys want to know how animation works, I can go you through the steps. Now, unfortunately, this MEGAZORD, because it is from the 90s, it's not as poseable as most toys. Not like those figure arts and shit you kids have now. But it's still a cool toy. I just think it's more authentic to me to have this guy. And yes, he does have the power sword. He does have the Mastodon shield. But there's the power sword. Now, I did take the chrome away. And I did replace it with just some regular metallic paint. But it actually looks way better. Look at that with the lighting. Woo, shiny. Getting a shiny episode today. So, this will probably be the last video of the week until Friday. Because Friday you will see our full review of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Me and the boys, we're going to be checking it out tomorrow night at the opening nights at down in Toronto. We're going to the IMAX showing at 7 o'clock, 7:30. Give or take. We're seeing it in IMAX, and we're going to be checking it out. So yeah, we are here to animate the mighty MEGAZORD, created by Zordon in the original TV series. So let's give you guys a better angle on this guy. Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is a fucking toy to me. This is a toy. This thing is amazing. I absolutely love it. And yeah, we're just gonna do some animation today. So I have my animation set up. I've got my computer set up using a Sony Handycam. These things are always great. Pick this up for a pawn shop for about $50. I use this on the majority of my videos. I've always been a fan of Sony products. They've been great. So in terms of questions, we're going to have a little bit of a theme this time around. I want to keep it mostly on questions about the show, questions about Power Rangers, maybe about the review, if you guys have any questions about the review, and also let's round it up and talk about some Star Wars, because, you know, The Rise of Skywalker is coming out tomorrow. And I want to know, you know, if you guys have any questions that I have about the series in general. So, yeah, let's keep it Power Rangers themed. Let's keep it maybe Con themed. Let's keep it BigJackFilms reviews themed. And let's keep it Star Wars themed. So, let's get this going. So, the first thing I gotta do is position this, guys, because the first shot we're doing, I have essentially my shot list. I always keep my effects shot list on me. And the first shot we're doing today on the stream is basically this wide shot called Mega Wide. That's a super mega win. The two Zords square off in the cityscape. So I already did the 2017 MEGAZORD. So now we're doing the 93 MEGAZORD. So we're just going to position him all the way in the back here. Unfortunately, you cannot see him in the shot, but I will move the camera for that. But we're just going to be doing some animation on him. And it's just very slight animation. It's nothing too special, too interesting. I may get him on a better angle. There, that's actually, that's a bit of a better angle. Just going to make my tripod go up a bit. I have a nice little cranker here. So it looks a lot better. And yeah, what's cool is I can probably crop you guys out or whatever when I can. So I'm going to basically move you guys to where the light is so you can at least see what the hell I'm doing. And I know this ring light, everybody's using ring lights now. These things are great for any lighting guys in terms of doing stuff. Just going to dim that down maybe a teeny bit so you guys can see. There. See a little better? Okay. So, I'm just going to position myself a little bit more comfortable. I've got a nice new chair for this. It's going to be fantastic. So, we're going to have some fun today. So, obviously, the process of stop motion is just, you know, you take your model. It's like doing cartoons. Instead of drawing, you're using a model. So, with stop motion, you obviously start with your first frame. So, I'm going to go in here in those editing software. And I'm going to just click a frame. And I'm actually going to get a few frames to start, just so it looks a little bit better. About 14, 15 frames. Now we're going to start animating. So stop motion. You have your camera set up. You have an animation set up. The first thing we're going to do is just, it's very slight movements. So it's very, very by the numbers. So we're just going to move them very slightly. One. It's pretty much taking pictures, but like, you're creating an image. In fact, that's what movies are. That's what motion pictures are. It's just moving pictures. So you take one and one. You're going to go in. You're going to click. So that creates a frame. And you're going to go back. And do this again. Again, very slightly. Come back. Click. And you're just going to keep doing this. You're going to keep doing this sort of thing. Now, the only problem is he has sort of the spring-loaded jolt kind of thing, which is a bit tricky to maneuver, but it is possible. So, and sometimes you're going to have a couple of goofs, but if you just keep up making hundreds and hundreds of pictures, you'll get the illusion that your model is moving. So we're just getting them kind of on startup mode, essentially. So yeah, you keep this up very, very little. Try to, and the trick is too, is depending on how much speed you want your figure to move. So like say you want it to move at very slowly, then you have to do more frames. If you want to do it more fast, then you have to like come up and do like a big jolt here to make it look like he's moved it a lot. And that's the only trick with stop motion, is getting your speeds right. Sometimes if you do animation and you've done too many frames and too much and you want it to move a little faster, it's good to cut out frames in between in terms of the editing part. Son of a bitch. See, this is the thing. So this figure's going to have a bit of trouble, so just bear with me for a sec. And it's not really for everyone. I mean, stop motion's a good way to, like, get quick shots done of something. Sometimes I like to use rods. Sometimes I like to use, like, rod puppets or, you know, things on strings or stuff like that. I always try to be as practical as I can with my special effects because I do like my fair share of practical. So things like in Star Wars with, like, the Muppets or the model spaceships, essentially. It's all cool. I love that kind of stuff. Just makes it more grand, essentially. So I'm gonna get this to about 2 seconds. So now we got that part. I just want to make sure he looks good. Okay, so there he is. So now I can show you guys the shot put together. So let's go to the editing department. Just gonna plug you guys for a sec. Bear in mind, you guys are on a bit of a wire because my charger is really charging my battery. So here's I use Pinnacle. For anybody wondering what software I use Pinnacle. I'm using 21, and I'm using a small monitor here rather than the big one. But here's how the shot looks, and now we're just gonna play it back, and I'm gonna do it on a repeat, so you guys get to see what the shot looks like. Ready? So here's what it looks like. 2 seconds of animation. That's about it. That's like the first shot. Very easy to do. So we're going to go to edit and timeline, which is pretty cool. And we're going to go check this out. Yeah, Willis O'Brien, he was the pioneer of this format, doing in stop motion animation. You know, without him, we wouldn't have really any of the big movies we have today. We wouldn't have Rise of Skywalker, which comes out tomorrow, which I'm super excited for. Thanks, man. Thank you, Active Ace Vedo Video Story. I love that name. Will you review Kong, King of Atlantis, and Kong Return of the Jungle? I did review them very briefly in my Kong animated series review, but honestly, when it comes to Kong and television, it's never been my thing. So, unfortunately, I don't know if I'll ever go back and look at it. Maybe in a later in-depth thing. I know I'm working right now on a reissue of Kong vs. Godzilla with a really good friend of mine writing it. But, yeah, we're just going to render this. I render at 1080p, in case you're wondering. Oh, with effect shots, mostly. But most videos I do 720. So now we're going to go play the video and see how it looks. There we go! Look how cool that is. You know, Megazord activated. Looks amazing. So, now we're going to move on to the next shot, and let me get you guys back in main mode, main Scoopy mode. So that's kind of a demonstration of how the animation works. So we're going to just go ahead, and we're going to move on to the next shot, and I got to find my goddamn pencil. I keep losing pencils. I don't know why that is. This isn't like frickin' Arthur where he's got his goddamn lucky pencil. Remember that shit? Oh, God. Of course it's a broken one. One moment, please. Love that jingle. There we go. I do know about Spanish Flea. It's one of my favorite kind of technical difficulty things there. Any evidence for someone doing any advice in doing stop motion videos, but you have trouble with the lighting? In terms of lighting, your puppets, if you can't get like studio lights or film professional lights, just use there's always you can always get lights at the dollar store. You can get like one of those like battery operated lights that you can clip onto a wall or something, or like a little magnet one or something. I wouldn't recommend magnetized pieces or any kind of tech or whatever, because magnets are known to erase information. So I would advise dollar store lights that you can just flick on and get those, because they're cheap, they're easy to get. You can get batteries there even for cheap. If you're looking for on a budget. The other advice I would do is like use, lamps, whatever you have in your household. And if you got any of those like clip lamps where you can just clip it onto something and plug it in, that works too. Lighting is very much something I've started to learn about over time. And now I'm starting to know a lot more. Like, especially when we did Kong, the first bits of green screen I ever shot, the lighting was terrible. And then when we got outside and it was natural light, it looked a lot better. It was a real experiment. But now I'm learning a lot more about lighting in terms of doing animation and everything. So we got that. Now we move on to, okay, so we have to get a shot. This next shot is of this monster taking a sword, and he's going to try to slash at the Megazord, and the Megazord is going to block it with his Mastodon shield. So, thankfully, and this is before the Power Sword comes in. We need the Power Sword! No! Well, I love that shit. But we have our Mastodon head, and this is from the toy. The toy is on here. Now, one of the things I actually had to do prior to doing the animation, because the Megazord I bought was about, I want to say maybe $10 at the Goodwill shop. And it came with everything, except there were some sticker decals that either needed to be repaired or replaced. So one of the things I did was some of the decals that were kind of peeling off, I just used like just a glue stick and just glued them back on, and it worked fine. And as for the Mastodon, the only problem was one of his eye decals, his eye stickers, was missing. So I just took one of those like sticker things that you use for like an envelope or something, and I just made a custom one. And you can't even tell the difference. Let's see. Dating game? No. It's the Spanish Flea theme. I think the dating game theme is a little bit different, because I watched a lot of Opie and Anthony where they use that theme. So we're just going to take his little Mastodon head, and we're just going to bring him here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this in close-up. And do this in a bit of a close-up, and get him a bit more angled, where we can have him in the shot. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move his arm. He's just going to bring his arm up, essentially. So I think I'm going to do this. The way I'm going to film this is just get a bit closer. Just so we can cheat out getting the sword in there, too. So, Tripod's being a little sturdy, but that's okay. Next video, you should do DVD collection. I'm not one for DVD collections, honestly, and doing collection videos anymore. Should definitely recast Indiana Jones. I know exactly who I want to see playing Indiana Jones. Chris Pratt. I've been saying for years that with Indiana Jones, after this last one with Harrison Ford, fine, let him do one more. go the James Bond route and just reboot it. Reboot the entire Bond series or not Bond, reboot the Indiana Jones series in the style of James Bond where you recast him every few years. My advice would be to get Chris Pratt. I think he's the perfect candidate for Indiana Jones in terms of, because when you do Indiana Jones, like James Bond, you have to cast somebody similar to Sean Connery or the one before it. So with Indiana Jones, your only choices for like getting a cast replacement is somebody who can either be Harrison Ford or Tom Selleck, who ended up being in, what was it? Was it Miami Vice he ended up being? Or what was the show? Magnum PI? Sorry, I've been watching a lot of MLP on Netflix. Okay, good for you. I'm not a brony. I've never been a brony. Never been my thing, but hey, whatever floats your boat. I know a lot of some of our cast members on Kong were bronies. Brett Charles and Evan Matthews especially, they were bronies in the and during the behind the scenes. You can see some of them joking around about it, but they've went past that now. In fact, if there's another My Little Pony movie, I will probably be sending Evan to that. And Brett. I don't know, because here's the thing. I've actually been in contact with Brett recently. Would you guys like to see him sometime? I don't know. Would you guys like to see him on the opening night, or would like to see him like on a live stream or in future videos? Let me know, because Brett's a great guy. The only thing is, the reason he hasn't been around in the last few years since Kong is because he has a son now, and he's been raising his kid for a while, so obviously we didn't want to bother him on that. But if you guys would like to see him on stuff again, let us know. Hell, I would love to get him back on our videos, because he's not only a great actor, great action star. Like, he's great to do action scenes. Great guy. So yeah, we're going to get this shot with the Megazord just kind of getting his ass kicked by a sword, and then the shield comes in. So I'm just going to check to see if we got that shot. Okay, we got that shot. So now we're going to go back. You didn't miss much. We're just doing stop motion on the Megazord today, on the Mighty Morphin Megazord. And that thing is awesome. Okay, so we're just going to get a bit more lighting on this guy, because the lighting is starting to show. So just bear with me here. I'm just going to brighten this a little bit. Okay. So, now what we're going to do, so we have some, all right, the lighting looks a lot better. Now, I want to get an angle so you guys can see kind of the process of this. Hold on a sec. Give me a moment. Where's a place I can put them in lighting? I have no idea. Okay, so maybe I can put you guys on a box or something, or try to figure it out. Oh, I know. I got an idea. We're going to put you on the lights. Let's see. Can it work? Oh, wait, you're too high. A little too high. A little too high, Towley. I'm not getting high this time. All right, can you guys see it from this thing? Okay, so that's not going to work. Let me find you guys a stand, because I want you guys to see the process of this, so just bear with me. What would be a good place to put you guys? I'm more concerned about putting the live stream together than I am the film. Oh, you know what? I can put you guys behind the light over here, so you guys can see it a little better. You might be on battery life for a little bit, but that's okay. That is totally okay, but that's okay. That's with the iPod commercial. Let's see here. 1 moment, please. Very free position now. All right, and there we go. Now you can see it. Okay, now we got a position. All right, there we go. All right, is that better? Is that a better position, guys? I would do it normally here, but my battery's low. So, first time Dirty doesn't. Let's kill these heroes. All right, yeah, that's where he's from. Okay, so a little minor spoiler for people who want to know about the Power Rangers review. I wasn't planning on showing this, but what the hell? So we obviously have the 93 Megazord ready to kick ass, but then we have this guy. So this guy is going to fight this guy in this video. You guys get to see these two Megazords go at it. Obviously, this thing is a piece of shit, but we're going to see these two guys duke it out. So, basically, the shot is going to be the Megazord here. We're just going to kind of angle it to where he can hit it. I'm thinking, yeah, like something like that. Now, can that connect? All right, it might be a little bit of a cheat, but you know what? We can make it work. So, yeah, that will definitely be able to hit it. So, yeah, this Megazord's going to come down and just chop him, and he's going to block it with his shield, and it's going to look badass. So, you get to see a little bit about behind the scenes on this. So, we're going to keep this up for now. So, I'm going to bring him down. Shit, there goes the shield. And we're just going to shoot the scene. I have a feeling it's stop motion. It is stop motion. It is stop motion animation. Because I have no idea. See, I would have gotten... I know they have professional Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord costumes, and they have the 2017 costume, but everywhere I've looked, they're just too expensive, and we're running out of time to shoot. So we gotta have to do it in models, unfortunately. But that's okay. I like working with models. Let's capture frame 1. So we're gonna have it come down. We're gonna bring his arm down a little bit, very slightly. It's a very quick shot, so this Megazord's gonna kick the shit out of this guy. Very slightly, very, very down. See, the reason I'm not animating him yet is because I'm waiting for the frame with just his arm, essentially. So we just gotta be very careful with this. It is also something you really need to focus on, too. This isn't something you can really rush. So... Everybody's talking about a movie down there. Brandon Routh as Indiana Jones. You know what? He'd be pretty good. You know what? No, I wouldn't say Brendan Fraser because he's in The Mummy. But actually, I found out I was at Comic-Con when Brendan Fraser was there, and I completely forgot he said this, but he said he'd be willing to do a 4th Mummy if Universal wanted to on his continuity. And I say he goes for it because that last 2017 one was fucking awful. So, I would love to see him come back for another one. I'm just going to slightly... this guy's going to be a problem. It might be a little too much, but we're going to have to make do. So, maybe now I'll bring in the arm. Let's see, where is he? Okay, there. Okay, so it's right there. Oh, there we go. Very slightly, very slightly, very slightly. There we go. Very slightly. I feel like I'm reaching here. Just bear with me. He's gonna come in and just kind of stop him from hitting that thing. Like that? Yeah, that'll work. So just imagine the sound effect that's going to hear the, the ping. It's going to look amazing when it's all done. Maybe kind of bring them back even. I don't know. Maybe bring it down. Maybe just have a full slash. Trick is try to get it done in a second. It's just a 1 second shot. Use the force, Jack. I'm trying. I'm so excited for Star Wars tomorrow. Look, even if it's not good, I mean, I'm expecting either just a fun movie, a fun roller coaster wee movie, or it's going to be laughably bad. Meaning, it's going to be like Batman and Robin, Dark of the Moon bad, where it's there's so much stupid shit happening on the screen, I really don't care. I'm just going to have fun with it and enjoy it for what it is, because I like goofy cinema sometimes. Oh, and our camera just went down, so there we go. We're back. But yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 9 tomorrow. And yeah, you guys will see my review of that definitely tomorrow. Friday. Friday morning, if anything. Because unlike some people, I like to wait until the movie's released before I talk about them, because I want to give people a chance to see it. Okay, so I think we got that shot. So we're just going to go render it. Edit in timeline. Thank you. But yeah, it kind of gives you an idea. So I'm going to bring you guys back over here. Yep. What are we talking about? 59, but yeah, I really don't care. I just want to go see it. I just want to go see it. You know, and after this, and you know what? Here's the benefit I want to point out of seeing this trilogy all the way through. And I want to give the biggest advice to anybody going to go see it. Fantastic, HEWY. Thank you so much. Send me to it when I'm done the stream. So, the biggest thing with Rise of Skywalker and this whole trilogy, I'm going to essentially really give advice to for everybody going to go see it. And I've said this about every Star Wars movie for probably the last 20 years. Well, first of all, I'm kind of having hindsight where it's like nothing's really been good with Star Wars for the last 20 years. I mean, there's some, but they haven't been able to hold a candle to the original trilogy. But for anybody going into Star Wars, expecting their fan fiction, what they think the movie's going to be, what it's all going to mean to them, what it means about the Force, the Jedi, the Sith, you know, is like, is it going to be a battle of bloodlines and destiny, and what lightsaber fights are we going to go see? Keep all your ideas and concepts and what ifs and fan fictions in the back burner. And the reason I say this is because simply, if the movie is not what you want, instead of complaining about what they didn't do, to quote Lloyd Kaufman in his amazing book, make your own damn movie. And I'm surprised no filmmakers have said that. Like, no filmmakers who have had a problem with recent critics and everything. Like, I know critics have a point, but the whole thing about they don't like when people talk shit about their movies, well, why don't filmmakers tell them, make your own damn movie and see how it goes? And that's what I say to anybody who goes, like any film critic or anybody who's going to go see these Star Wars movies and expect their fan fiction and what they want. Save your ideas and make your own damn film. Make a fan film. Star Wars fan films do fantastic nowadays. They do better than most of the Disney stuff. I saw the Star Wars Theory Vader fan film. I saw the Darth Maul fan film. So I'd say that to anybody. Just hold your ideas, and if it's not what they do, just make your own fucking movie. I mean, I did that with Kong. Like, I love the Peter Jackson film, but when I discovered there was a better script made in the 90s, I thought, I want to adapt that. I want to make that. So that's what I did. So and what's great about going to see these movies is that it gives me the benefit to have any of my ideas I had for this whole trilogy to be used when I review this trilogy. So when you see the Star Wars prequels, eventually when they come out, those Star Wars prequel reviews, when they eventually come out, you will be seeing story-wise, in terms of my characters and everybody else, what I wanted the prequels to be. What I wanted them to be story-wise, like scene-wise, not, you know, not dull acting and, Jar Jar's responsible for the politics. None of that shit. But you're going to see kind of ultimately of how essentially I would have told the story of how Anakin became Darth Vader. And you might be surprised that people are going to be like, why didn't they do that in the actual film? It's like, because I have better ideas than they do. So anyway, let's check this shot out. So we're going to go render this thing. And you guys get to see this guy in action. So again, I usually render at 1080p when it comes to special effects on Windows Media. I'm going to go to that. I'm going to go to 93.2. We're going to do that. And we're going to render it. See how it looks all awesome and shit. Kind of rendered, kind of jumpy. But now let's take a look at the shot. Boom! Yeah, look at that. Boom! Yeah, you can't touch me. Boom! 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 I love that. That is a good... I love the smoothness of the animation. Now, what's great about Pinnacle, you can choose between your different frame rates. So I've been doing about 30 frames a second. And it makes it a bit more faster and a bit more smoother to do. So we got that shot done. Fantastic. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million. And yes, you're on the Megazord's butt. Do more Kong, please. We are planning more Kong reviews in the future. Sorry, guys. Hold on. We're planning more Kong reviews in the future. I've got a few planned for next year, especially the finale to Season 4. And then we're going to, like, once we get Season 4 done, I'm going to move right into Season 5. In fact, we're going to start shooting Season 5 today. or this year, 2020. Clone Wars TV series action managers. See, I like the Clone Wars show. Like, here's my take on Clone Wars. The 2D one, I think, is the superior one. I really do enjoy the 2D one. I think it's very short, very simple. What's great about it, even though it's not canon really anymore, I like to think it sort of is because it's kind of in between the 3D series. So with Clone Wars, the movie I thought was really blech. Because at least the first 2 seasons in terms of animation, it reminded me a lot of Reboot. Especially, for some reason, I don't know why they based Anakin looking less like Hayden Christensen, and he looked more like Bob from Reboot. Like, I expect him to pull out a fucking glitch and be like, glitch arm! Or something, right? So the first 2 seasons, or the first season only had, like, a few episodes I enjoyed. Like, Lair of Grievous is a great episode, a great horror episode. And then Season 2, I think it got really interesting when we found out Obi-Wan did have a love interest, but it also kind of makes him hypocritical. But I do like that dynamic. Everything in Mandalore was fantastic. I didn't really get fully invested in Clone Wars until Season 3. Most notably, I remember the night they had the season premiere, and it was the invasion on Kamino, and you had Anakin fighting Ventress, and then you had Grievous fighting Obi-Wan. In the middle of that, you had this amazing clone character who I was so bummed out they killed. And that was 99. Freaking loved 99. You know, he was this poor, kind of deformed clone, and he just got completely fucked. And at the end, they respected him. And I really enjoyed that episode. Like, that shows the heart of Star Wars. It shows that anybody can be included. So Season 3 is where I really started to really enjoy the show. Creators have stated that the characters' designs are influenced by both 2D series and Thunderbirds. Okay, that makes sense. I like Thunderbirds, although I like the spoof Team America more. Remember the movie? Remember the Thunderbirds movie? I remember seeing that in theaters and I vaguely remember it. But anyway, so Season 3, when they had, obviously, Ventress was kicked out of the Sith shit. You had Savage Opress show up. That's when the show got really, really good. That's when I was hooked. That's when I was watching it as much as I could. And then Season 4 showed up. Darth Maul's return was so brilliant, so good. Because he was and it was all because George apparently felt he underused Maul. He did agree with the fans, and that was his apology, so he made up for it. And then you have Ventress and Obi-Wan teaming up, and Obi-Wan using a red saber, which was kind of kick-ass. I think for me, Clone Wars was all about the lightsabers. I'm sorry, I'm a lightsaber guy when it comes to Star Wars. I'm all a fan of the flashy stuff. I mean, Last Jedi I still enjoy, but I do wish there was some saber-on-saber contact. Most notably, I've seen like somebody do an edit where they took Rey in the fight with her and Luke and added a double-bladed lightsaber, and that actually makes more sense. And then in the throne room scene, added a fuckload of lightsabers. I think that would have made it a bit more tolerable, because I think that's one of people's biggest gripes. Yeah, I know Tim Curry was Darth Sidious in the later season, but yeah, Season 5. Season 5 was the ending of Maul and Savage, and then that was supposed to be the original finale, right? That's with the Ahsoka fugitive arc, right? And Barriss being up the traitor, which, by the way, Lucasfilm, what are you going to do with Barriss? Because I heard she was supposed to be one of the Inquisitors in Fallen Order, and that wasn't the case. I want to know what happened to Barriss Sophie. That's my biggest problem. So, yeah, Season 5 was a good kind of closure. I wish it would have ended there, but no, we have to have 2 more seasons. There was the Lost Missions, which I consider Season 6. That was interesting with the Order 66 conspiracy. And then I'm waiting to see what happens with Season 7. I'm waiting to see what happens with this last season with, them going to Mandalore and I believe taking it over from Darth Maul, and see where that goes and how it leads up to the events of Revenge of the Sith. So Clone Wars is good. Rebels is a bit of a different story. I thought the first season was very dull, minus the stuff with Darth Vader. And then Season 2 I felt was the best. Season 2, hands down, was the best season because that had Darth Vader stole the show the whole time. And anything with Darth Vader, I'll watch. And then you have Season 3. You get rid of Vader and you replace him with Thrawn. I never found Thrawn intimidating. I thought he was just kind of this blue Smurf Imperial guy. And then the stuff... Actually, and you know what? People complain about the Darth Maul fight with Obi-Wan at the end. I thought it was very poetic. and I actually didn't mind that. I thought it was a really good way to end Darth Maul's character. And then season 4, really didn't care until the last act with Palpatine. The fact that Palpatine at the time was looking for ways to use time travel, I actually thought that was kind of cool and interesting. Now, granted, if they're going to bring that at all anymore in Star Wars, I have no idea. So, for me, yeah, Rebels was fun. I'm sorry, but I hated Resistance. Resistance sucks. It's so boring. It's so cartoony. It's so kid-friendly. Like, hated it. Absolutely hate Resistance. And what a wasted opportunity to continue on where Clone Wars and Rebels were. I haven't watched The Mandalorian yet. I'm not going to subscribe to Disney+. I'm probably just going to wait for it on Blu-ray, DVD, or just be a filthy pirate. Because I just rather would watch it on my own time. But, again, I want to wait for tomorrow with The Rise of Skywalker. But I definitely do watch it. I heard Mandalorian's fantastic. That fight with Maul and Obi-Wan was a really cool... Yeah, it's a Kurosawa, and that's the thing. People who don't like black and white movies are the people who hated that fight. That's the problem. They can't watch a black and white movie, understand it's not about, you know, flashy choreograph, you know, add that Duel of the Fate shit, you know. Although, god damn it, I am really hoping they put that in this new movie. The scene with Rey and Kylo fighting on the remains of the Death Star, you have to put Duel of the Fates in that fight next with Battle of the Heroes. I'm sorry. You know, you say you want to connect all the films, you better put some prequel shit in there. I don't care if there's a cameo from Jar Jar Binks. I want to see more prequel shit added into this film. Who I think will die? I can't say. I really can't say. Well, we know Leia's gone. We know Leia's gone at this point. So for me, yeah, it's probably, if anything, going to be Leia. And then I don't know about the rest. I mean, I hope they go kill Chewbacca and Lando and they do some sort of, like, kamikaze with the Falcon. I don't think 3PO's gonna die. Everybody thinks 3PO's gonna die. No, he's not. He's a fucking robot. Unless they pull a Johnny 5 on him, I don't see him dying. I'm trying to compare myself to the head of the Walt Disney. Okay, and here's the thing. I've started to become a really horrible fan of Bob Iger. I really don't like Bob Iger, the head of Disney. Because he just seems like such a capitalist scumbag, and I hate to say it, I would have much rather have had Jeffrey Katzenberg at Disney, let alone fucking Bob Iger, because at least Katzenberg, he had shitty ideas, but at least he wasn't, like, I mean, at least he was less of a douchebag, and he wasn't a con artist. Bob Iger seems like a con artist. Hell, I want fucking Michael Eisner back. I want Eisner back, because at least he had some strengths. Fuck, Bob Iger stinks. Okay, so next shot. Talked enough about ranting about Star Wars and everything. Yeah, exactly. He seems like Anakin built him well. Alright, let's see. So we got that shot. Got the Mastodon shield shot. So we have one shot left on this, and that's a big fight scene. Ugh. Oh, these fight scenes. I wish I could have. Can I cut that? I don't know. Here's my problem doing this shot. I'm having trouble doing this shot with the two fighting. I might do it like Rod Puppet or something. But here's my problem with this shot, with the these two Zords fighting. So if I can get a bit more, maybe kind of flip you guys a bit here. Here is the Megazord, the original 93 Megazord. You know, it's all good. We want to do this fight scene where these two are fighting. Here's the problem. Here's the 2017 Megazord. Little bit of a height difference. So, I don't know how I'm going to film this. I might do it just with, like, them as rod puppets. But I think I'm going to have to cheat this because, like, I am running out of time, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out how to do this shot. But I'll figure a way to cheat it. I think I might have a way to do it. But I'll have to figure that out. So, I'm going to try to think here. So, I don't know if you guys have any recommendations, because I'm thinking of just having them kind of like this a little bit, maybe. Just a little bit of, like, rod stuff. I mean, it's cheap, but that's the point of the show. It's supposed to look cheap. Because then after all this, I gotta animate the Dragonzord. The Dragonzord's gonna be another one I gotta do at some point. And that's gonna take a while to do. So let me look at this plot-wise. I don't know, maybe you guys can help me. I mean, would you guys think maybe just doing rod puppets would be a little easier than doing it in stop motion? Because the only problem is that they're just, the height is too big for them. Let's see. Throws a punch toward the two or more. Cut the scene. Fight scene. I might have a way to do this. I might have a way. I just got to figure it out. Yeah, because that's about... Maybe, like, there is one way I can do this. Especially one shot coming up. I can maybe cheat this one shot by doing it in a low angle and then animating it from below so it looks like a Godzilla movie. So maybe the idea would be if we have Megazord on a stand like this. I'm thinking strategically here. And does he have a sword? Is this after he gets a sword? Let's see here. What I'm supposed to do. Black Smash Stone Shield. Yeah, I think I know how we can do this. We can probably do this as a low angle. So I gotta take his shield away. I'm gonna replace him with the power sword. No, we need the power sword! No! So yeah, I can maybe put him on a bit of a height to do kind of a force perspective kind of thing, which is what they did on like Lord of the Rings. And that way, so I'll do that. I've got this. I can do that. I can put them at a low angle, very low angle. Almost where you can see kind of, yeah. Oh wow. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, not gonna lie, this is actually probably a good idea. So yeah, if I just kind of bring it up like that, where he's a bit higher up, and then I can take 2017. See, now he's still a little too... Okay, that's not too bad. I can probably make this work. So maybe just like kind of a sword comes up, and then he slashes. Okay, yeah, we got this. Okay, we figured this out. Disney should remake the Black Hole. Never seen Black Hole. Never seen it. All right, yeah, so we're going to make this... We'll make this work. So I got this. Okay, so we are genius. We are self-genius here. Do I have DBZ or Godzilla toys? I don't have any Godzilla toys. I did have some Dragon Ball figures, but I just sold them because I need to make some money here. By the way, guys, if you guys, speaking of which, because this is my job, if you guys want to help support the channel, link down below to my Patreon. $1 get early access as well as other special features. So, I don't want you to see his butt. I want to try to get you guys to the same kind of camera angle I can show you guys before. What we're going to do is we're going to unplug you. And we're just going to bring you guys over here so you guys can see the fight happen up close and personal. So there we go. Yeah, I see things with Godzilla toys. Again, I'm not huge into Godzilla. Like, I like Godzilla. I love Godzilla. But I'm not as hardcore as most fans are. So, that's one. I know he's fucking gigantic, so I have to use force perspective to get him to look a bit like about the same height as this Megazord. So it's really difficult. I might even actually do the fight scene like this. I don't know. I might be able to work it out here. So let me figure this out. So I'm just going to start by having him maybe kind of come down. Like maybe not. I don't have to worry about his horns because you don't see the Triceratops horns in this. Did you hear what the plot of the Power... Yeah, it involves time travel? Really don't care. This movie, the 2017 one, was terrible. I'm sorry. I know people liked it, but given the fact they're now not making one, I really don't care. Oh, we also got to turn his lights on. You might hear some sound in the background, so just bear that in mind. So we're just going to bring him down a little bit. Go. Very slightly. Just got to be very slight with these movements. Bear with me here, guys. Oh, it's all right, Mighty Megazord. You got this. Kyle, what? Oh! It's all good. Yeah, you get to hear all the action sounds and shit for this. Just gotta pop them up here and then bring it down slightly. Ah, there we go. Look at him slash that motherfucker. Slightly. Very slightly doing this. there's that. Now you can shut up now, Megazord. Okay, so there's that shot. You guys got to see the process of a little stop moshi. So we're going to go check this and see how this shot looks. I think this is actually going to be a pretty kick-ass one. Thoughts on the info I gave on you on my film? I'm really looking forward to it. Inuyasha Dinosaur 101. Thanks, Goshiki fan. Or Goshiki the kaiju reptilian thing. Ever met NC? Yeah, I have. He's a cool guy. Do a commentary and Christmas tree review. Did I already do a commentary? I can't remember. I can't remember if I did. So now we're going to take this. We're going to go to, let's see here. We want to do that. So we're going to render it. Wait for that to do its thing. Yeah, thanks, guys. Like, I really appreciate it because the stop motion does take a lot of focus out of me. So it does allow me to be a bit more creative and allows me to kind of, like, make the movements look good. So let's see how this looks. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's great. Oh, look at them fighting. It's like the jolty Rankin Bass stop motion style. That's great. It's like ting, ting. Oh, that looks great. I do like the low. Do you guys like the low angle versions of these fights? I think it works a little better because at least it looks like they're the same size. And it looks more Godzilla-y, kind of. So, we're going to go for that. I think we're going to go for these fights. Let's see. Hi, Tom. Good to see you. Sorry for my hands in the way. I've just been doing some stop moshi today. So that's been pretty fun. Whoop. So now we get to the next shot. I'm very quick with my animation too. I'm very much like Rankin Bass in that sense because it does take a long time to do, especially with these kind of not as posable figures. It looks more like Robot Chicken actually. Fucking Robot Chicken. I love that show. Oh, that looks really good. Okay. So where was that shot? Okay, so we kind of did that shot. Wait, is there? Then you say punch. Okay, so maybe we can do like we got that one. 2 slices at 93. Wait, no, actually no. We did. I think we did a fight scene with the sword. I'm trying to think here. That might be just an extra shot. So I think what we're going to do next is we're going to do kind of the same. I like these angles. Let's see. The two are in... So this is the name of the shot. The two are in Mortal Kombat as 2017 continues to strike and 993 who deflects with the shield. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have it where... I don't know. Maybe we'll have it where like Megazord punches him. Maybe like punches him once. Then the Megazord comes in with an uppercut. And then he blocks with the shield. Yeah, let's do that. I do like that. So, we're going to take this Megazord. We're going to hide his sword. We're going to place him down. Kind of the same thing. We're going to go for about the same angle. Maybe go a bit wider. I do like a bit of a wideness. It just adds more. So, yeah, they're basically going to come in. We're going to basically let him without any weapons this time. So he's just going to come in, and they're both going to be engaged in combat. So we're going to have it where, maybe, like, if I can show you guys. Sorry. Bear with me on these angles. So yeah, this next shot. So what we're going to do is, it's going to be kind of a wide angle. We're going to kind of do a forced perspective thing here, so you can see at the camera, to make it a bit more fun, you should say. You can see it right there on the camera, kind of the angle. What we're going to do is, we're going to have it where 93 Megazord's going to come in, just punch him. Like, fake punch him. And then he's going to uppercut. And then he's going to give him 2 punches, and Megazord here's going to block it. So, that's how it's going to look, essentially. So, I'm thinking, what would be the best way to angle this? Maybe a little better for you guys to see. Let's see here. Can we angle here? Because the problem is the light. Maybe if I had it where, can I angle you guys maybe here? Or here? I don't know. I'm trying to find the best way to angle this so you guys can at least see these guys in action. Can you guys see that? Okay, I think that's actually a good place to put you guys. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have these two kind of go at it in Mortal Kombat. So so what's great is we can cheat because you won't be able to see 93 really punch him, but it'll still look good. So have it where, yeah, he'll be like right here, ready to go. So we'll have it come in and then boom, he's gonna uppercut. Yeah, okay, so we figured this out. All right. So, we're going to start there on that angle. I think that looks pretty good. Bear in mind, I won't be able to read too many of the comments there, but you can at least see me in action here. So, there, we're going to import. And this is how I do a lot of this stuff. So, that's a little too wide. So, we're going to go a bit more in. There we go. So, maybe have it where, yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to just have it kind of where MEGAZORD's a bit more, kind of, he's going to come in and just go boom. Okay, yeah, we got this. Okay. So, first frame. We also got to turn this guy on, because we got to put his lights on, which is great. And he's on. Go there. Okay, I do like that, actually, that there. Okay, so there's that. MEGAZORD's going to come in and just straight up punch him. Maybe bring it a bit more here so you can see him a bit better. Very slight movements. Now he's going to come in for that punch. Okay. Bring him out a bit there. There we go, like that. Kind of lean him back a bit like that. There we go. Kind of bring him out a bit there. Maybe have it where he's kind of that. Very slightly movement. It's very much like kind of a quick kind of still image kind of shot thing here. His arm down. Now he's going to come in and very kind of quickly lock it. Again, sorry guys, I'm not paying too much attention. It's just I want to get this shot going here. Oh shit, almost fallen, almost fallen. Hold what you got, buddy. we go. Yeah, there we go. It looks great. There we go. Bring his arm down a bit. Whoa, almost got him. That was a saver. It's very slight movements when it comes to this kind of stuff. And plus, this adds some sort of behind-the-scenes stuff for me that I can kind of time-lapse, I guess. This guy coming for a big punch, just kind of a big, like that. Yeah, 2017. So, like, yeah, Megazord's got him down. 2017's going to come in and go like, whoop, nope. So, I don't know if we got that. So, let's just make his framing a bit more. Again, I want to kind of bring him back a bit. Oh, there goes his missile, but that's okay. I think he can manage. Boom. There. Actually, going to kind of bring his missile back on, because that's a problem. Continuity was. There we go. Oh my. Almost got it. Getting a bit more there. There we go. There we go. Still going, still going. Almost at, and I think after this shot, I'm actually going to call it a night too, so. There we go. We're trying to at least get it to 3 frames, maybe. Getting a bit more there. Almost got it. Couple more frames. One more. One more frame. And there we go. Okay. Back to you guys. So, if you guys want to see this shot kind of getting rendered, sorry about that. There's been infringing on Disney. What are you guys talking about? Sorry, I just kind of had to break out there for a sec because I was doing that animation. I'd be very, very careful with that. So. Oh, you dick. Are you kidding me? Okay, so Pinnacle decided to shut down on me while I was rendering that. Fucking hell. Which is not fair to me because I was working really hard on that shot. I really hoped it saved it all. Check your stop motion. Oh, please tell me it saved it. Okay, thankfully it saved it. Thankfully it looks like it saved it. So I think we might be okay here. Yeah, we're going to be okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just reset it, and I'll fix that shot later. So, I'm going to give you guys 3 last questions, and I'm going to go call it a night. Because tomorrow I have Star Wars. I got to work on this stuff. And, hopefully you guys can join me on my adventure on Friday. That'd be fun. So, 3 more questions. Fire away. And I will answer them. Will you review Lincoln? No, not right now, because that movie sucks. That is the worst of Spielberg's films. Spy Source will be in my film. The role of Raptors of the Lost World. Okay, that sounds cool. That sounds interesting. Got time for 2 more questions. Fire away. Again, sorry if this wasn't really that much question-y. It's just because I'm working on this stuff and I kind of have to get it done. So, and yeah, my computer decided to crash on me. Because I was rendering that animation. That's how many frames there were. It takes a lot out of you. What do you mean I had me? Had you at hello? It's funny. Okay, so. Favorite Super Saiyan form? I'm going to have to go with the original from Goku in the Frieza Saga, as well as Gohan after fighting Cell. Are my personal favorites. Alright, final question. Fire away. Alright, final question. What should I do with Inuyasha encounters the dinosaurs on the island? I think he would be kind of tough about it. I think he would want to pull out his Tetsaiga at any given moment. But maybe you have something where, given the worlds they're in, it'd be cool if, like, the dinosaurs and everything is unaffected by their powers. I think that would give them a bit of a fighting edge, honestly. Because if you want to focus on them and you don't want to make one overpower the other. Okay, so that's it for this live stream, guys. Again, thank you so much. If you guys have any further questions, let me know in the comments. If you guys want to support this channel, link down below to my Patreon. Just $1 more will get you early access as well as other special features. And if you would like to send us mail, gifts, Christmas gifts, maybe a donation, you can. So at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. Any help is appreciated. And of course, if you would like to get or receive for Christmas a VHS copy of my Kong remake, just send us a PM via Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and it's $5 plus shipping, and we'll send you our PayPal, and you guys can cover it. We can have this mailed to you for Christmas. So, of course, tune in Friday night, and you will be seeing me and the guys, first reviews, first reactions after the opening night of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. That's my just Palpatine. And of course, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel and shit around with your friends. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, a little behind the scenes on Power Rangers. This is BigJackFilms signing off, and I am grabbing you like Kong would. BigJackFilms saying, join me tomorrow, and I will give you the true power of the dark side. Ah!